Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. We have so much to get into in today's video. In fact, this might be broken up into several different videos because there is just so much coming through. So a huge thank you to all of you who are co-creators here on this channel, because that co-creative process doesn't begin and end with these videos. It's something that essentially is occurring 24/7 because we are all connected. Really, the entire world is connected in with a collective consciousness. And within that, of course, we can tie ourselves into other segments of collectives as well. And in a sense, that's what I see this channel as being, a certain segment of the collective that is really co-creating to uplift and inspire humanity through what comes through the videos. Now, with that being said, I wanted to begin with some strange sensations that I wasn't even going to talk about, but my guides came in right as I was starting this reading. In fact, I had done a lot of channeling in a notebook prior to doing this video, and there was so much that came through that I wanted to talk about. And of course, we will be doing tarot and card pulls to elaborate on and confirm these messages as well. But I had my notebook open, and then right as I was starting to record, my guides were urging me to talk about some anxiety that some of our collective here might be feeling. Now, specifically, you might be almost feeling this like a heaviness around your throat chakra. This also could be leading to congestion or different kinds of throat chakra sensations, almost like needing to clear your throat or something like that. But this is also affecting the heart chakra, which of course, the heart and the throat chakra centers are beside one another in a sense. So it makes sense that this energy would be affecting both. And on the heart chakra, this might feel like a heaviness. This might feel like having anxiety or panic attacks or really anxious episodes that seem to hit out of nowhere. And this also can make you feel almost like you're in a permanent fight or flight mode, like something traumatic has happened. And you know how, of course, we get that response from our nervous system. It's funny, I just heard a car engine revving up in the distance. I don't know if that came through the video, but it is almost that feeling of revving up emotionally or physically. And the strange thing about this is it doesn't seem to be connected to any literal event occurring on this timeline at this time. Now, of course, I have to say that I am not a medical professional. So if you are feeling any physical symptoms along with this, I always recommend to see a doctor or a medical professional just to rule out any of those physical causes. But I'm just picking up that there's this feeling of revving up, feeling a heightened sense of almost anxiety, almost like something has just happened that you're processing, but nothing happened or nothing noteworthy. Now, what my guides have been saying about this right away is a bit complex, but essentially for some of you experiencing this, you might actually be processing something energetically that's happening on a different timeline. Now, for some of you, and this is going to get very specific, But for some of you at this time of the year, so right now we're in the month of June, but of course you can take that to resonate with whenever you're finding this video, because whenever this video comes up on your feed or you feel guided to click on it, that is when you are meant to be listening to it and when you are meant to receive the messages. So as of whenever you are connecting with this video, take this month or time of the year and reflect back potentially on past times in your life chronologically and what may have been occurring this time of the year in prior years. Because it's a really interesting thing that sometimes when we are energetically healing or processing something, we will actually re-experience that timeline in our nervous system, sometimes in our mind through memories or flashbacks, and through our emotional body, without always consciously recognizing where those feelings are coming from. Even if they don't feel relevant to our current timeline, because something had gone unhealed on that previous timeline, those unhealed blockages were subconsciously holding us back. So, in fact, the fact that you are experiencing this, although your human self might be judging it as a weakness, wondering, why am I feeling this way? What's wrong with me? It's actually a sign of your strength, because you've reached a point of growth where you are now prepared to process certain aspects of your past prior timelines and to integrate all of that in a way that you weren't capable of doing in the past. When we're not able to process some event or something that happens to us emotionally, we will, in a sense, lock it up within us. And you could think of these almost like locked rooms inside you. And you could think of yourself as this mansion with so many rooms to explore. But some of those rooms are locked. And you'll be walking around in this mansion of yourself and just bypassing, going around these rooms. You might almost even forget that they're there at times. You live your life kind of in every other room and avoid the rooms with the locked doors that contain unprocessed, unhealed traumas. However, the downside is, although most people do spend a lifetime just avoiding the rooms with the trauma, the downside of this is there are always going to be rooms within yourself that are taking up space, that are in a sense obstacles, because imagine that you have to pass through one of these rooms to get to somewhere else in the house, and that's the shortest route. But now, because that door is locked, because there's something in that room you can't face or can't process, you always have to take the long way around. And many people live just taking the long way around, knowing which rooms to avoid within themselves. But again, the problem with this is you will realize that there are obstacles to getting to some of the places you want to get, whether it's a goal, a manifestation, a relationship. And yes, you can usually find your way kind of around the locked rooms in a maze-like fashion to get there, but it's much more difficult. It's doable, but more challenging. And for this reason, when you reach a higher level of consciousness and vibration, where your higher self recognizes at this kind of automatic level, you won't necessarily be aware this is going on, but you'll recognize at some level that it's time. It's time to unlock that door. It's time to face something. It's time to air out the room and to allow yourself to process whatever is there. And this process, it's natural and automatic as you work on yourself. As you ascend to higher and higher levels, you're automatically going to go deeper into your shadow, deeper into your pain, deeper into past traumas, unraveling all of that, to open up those rooms. And in doing so, to actually allow you to manifest more effortlessly in your life, because now you can take the shortest route to those manifestations. You are so self-connected. You know what's inside every room of yourself, and you fear nothing. You don't fear or avoid anything that's within yourself. And that renders you extremely powerful, because you can always get to where you want to go via the shortest possible route, minus those subconscious blockages represented by these locked rooms that most people never address or open within themselves. But this is not an easy process, and there's a reason such a very, very small fraction of people on the planet are willing to ascend to these higher levels of consciousness and go deeper within themselves and open up those locked rooms that they've been avoiding within themselves. I'm seeing journaling and writing. So maybe journaling has been a tool that you've been using to, in a sense, open up these locked rooms within yourself. Now, personally, I found journaling to be very helpful in my own life. It's assisted me through some of the deepest shadow eras, in a sense, of my life, the deepest dark nights of the soul, to really reconnect with those raw aspects of myself. Because in a sense, on this path of life, you have to learn how to be your own best friend, how to walk yourself through the darkness. And there will be times on this path of profound spiritual growth and empowerment where you feel deeply and intensely alone with yourself and alone in the world. And I know that if you're connecting with this message, you are familiar with that loneliness, but it's in those times that you also are, in a sense, given the keys to open those doors within yourself, to air out the aspects of yourself that you may have kept bottled up in the subconscious realm. And in doing so, to become someone who completely knows themselves and can truly say that they love themselves, because only when you know and open those doors within you and are familiar with both your shadow and your light can you really say that you embrace yourself in your entirety. And again, that true, authentic self-love is extremely powerful. That is the frequency of unconditional love embodied within you. To assist you in this very intense work and process of breaking down these subconscious limiting beliefs, which in this reading we are describing as opening these locked rooms and airing out those spaces within yourself and healing from your past. To assist you in this, I have created subliminal meditations that are especially powerful for this kind of really deep energy shifting work. Subliminals are so powerful for this because they are targeted to the subconscious mind. So these subliminals I've created contain positive affirmations embedded within other sounds, tones, and frequencies that you can meditate with, that are created to bypass the conscious filter of the mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. And personally, in my own life, I started using subliminals many years ago through one of my own dark nights of the soul, and I began to see profound and very fast results, shifts, and changes that were just palpable in my being and became perceptible in my life. So because I'm so passionate about them, I am now sharing my own library of subliminals with all of you through my app, Sound and Soulful. So you can find this app by searching it in either the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You can also use the direct download link under this video in the pinned comment and description box. But as you can see on the screen, on this app, I've created over 130 subliminals. I cover most areas of life, but I am constantly creating and beginning to add more of them into the app as well. So stay tuned for that. But currently I have subliminals for appearance, mood, mindset, money, manifestation, energy clearing, love and relationships, and so much more. And when you sign up for a free trial account within the app, you get access to every subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can read the affirmations while you are listening, and you can even create your own custom private playlists. Specifically for this video, if you're just getting started with subliminals, I would really recommend 2 of them. If they both resonate with you, you could consider adding both of them to your own playlist. But these are my subliminals for 7 chakra clearing, which is just a really comprehensive, deep level energy clearing tool to retune all of your chakra centers to their natural state to help you raise your vibration. And also my subliminal called the Ultimate Alchemist Transformation that is more specifically created to help get the energy moving when it comes to different areas of your life, like your personal empowerment, your own success, however you personally define that in your life, money, appearance, self-confidence, and many other things as well. There are many, many affirmations contained within that Ultimate Alchemist Transformation subliminal. So I will be leaving information about those under the video as well, so you can explore them after signing up in the app. And again, the link to download my app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. So taking this full circle, back to this experience of anxiety that you might be having, you are automatically opening up some of those rooms within yourself. And I do feel, again, for many of you, there's actually a significance to this time of year. Maybe you went through something around this month or this time of the year, a year ago, several years ago, etc., because it's very common for us to open up these doors, these rooms within us, and to start processing the unprocessed emotions and traumas there at that same time of year later on. This is partially because of physical world triggers, because it's almost like as we see us coming up on that month, and maybe the weather is similar, maybe we are in a similar location, it just triggers something within us. And again, combined with the fact that our higher self recognizes we're ready to unlock those doors. I just keep getting powerful messages recently for our collective that what you desire is on the other side of something that feels very unknown to you. So it's almost, are you going to settle where you are because you're afraid to face the unknown and settle for mediocrity or complacency to remain in the known realm? Or are you going to choose to traverse into the unknown, to allow yourself to manifest your wildest dreams and deepest desires? And the trade-off here is, when you stay in the known realm, you know what you're getting. There's a sense of certainty, but it also might feel like mediocrity. Maybe it fills or fulfills some of your needs or desires, but doesn't encompass most or all of them. But there's a sense of safety, and there is the element of choice. You do get to make the decision you get to decide whether you're going to stay in the known realm and settle for I don't want to call it lower vibrational timeline, but a known timeline, or whether you are going to allow yourself to traverse into the unknown, recognizing at this deep intuitive level that on the other side of the unknown is the manifestation of everything that your heart truly desires at the deepest level. Another thing about traversing into the unknown is that no one around you is really going to understand why you are taking the steps that you are taking, how you are operating in the way that you are. I'm getting all you have is your GPS, your navigational system, which, of course, as we always say on this channel, is your intuition. It's interesting. This reading did not go any direction I expected it to go, but I feel it was exactly the message that someone here needed. Now, as I said at the beginning, there is a tremendous amount of information that's come through this morning, so I'm not done with these messages. This feels like a complete thought, so I'm going to leave this reading here to reach whoever needs it. But if you are resonating with the energy here, I highly recommend subscribing to the channel, not only so you get notified when I post new videos, but also because subscribing and liking videos is a form of energy transfer. And this energetic transference does allow me to more easily pick up on your personal vibration, which allows me to manifest and channel more messages and videos that you will find personally relevant. You can also follow me on my Instagram account, which is Magnetize Yourself. And on Instagram, I do post energy updates, inspiration, and I repost information that I find positive, helpful, and beneficial for our collective. So it can be a really positive and inspiring space. Of course, if you do want to explore the subliminals I've created, then the link to download my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. And you can also find it by simply searching Sound and Soulful in the App Store. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today. Stay tuned. There are many more videos coming from the information that's been coming through today. I hope you all have a beautiful, magical remainder of your Saturday, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.